make a move. Here comes Abby into the short wing area. She drives baseline, and it looks like she stepped out of bounds. So the Lady Panthers with 2.2 seconds will have an opportunity here for the last shot of the quarter and try to regain the lead. She's going to have to get it off, and that's going to be way short. So at the end of the first quarter, good ball game here. Opening night of basketball season here in Prairie Grove. The Lady Tigers lead Siloam 13-12. We'll be right back. Well, we're back for the second quarter. Siloam Springs trails 13-12. Opening night of basketball season here in Prairie Grove. A reminder, if you're watching us, go to pgtigersonline.com. There's a three-point shot from the Lady Panthers. Owens hits that one, and the Lady Panthers have their biggest lead of the game at 2. Colchin fires from the three-point line. Off the backboard, in and out, no good, and Lady Panthers come away with the rebound. Again, if you're watching, go to pgtigersonline.com, the comment page. You can send us feedback or where you're watching from. I think we're back and running now. Lynn's been working fast and furious trying to get the camera and audio and the video all working together. Bailey Cameron was fouled there. She's going to shoot 2 free throw shots and try to extend the Lady Panthers lead. First one's up and no good. Callie Robinson will check back in for the Lady Tigers, replacing Macy Colchin. Lynn, are we up and running?
Derek, yeah, I think what happened, it just locked up for a minute. But, as I've been observing here just a little bit, try to get acclimated to the game, that second free throw made by Bailey Cameron. Looks like the Lady Tigers, some that we're used to seeing are back. We've got, of course, Huber. And there's Whitney Fitz inside to Huber, and nice pass. There is Lacey Beeks. Bottom, Derek. Here we go. Hey. They're only going to give them 2.
I guess her foot was on the line there, but we'll take it. We'll take any kind of points we can get. It looks 2 evenly matched teams, Lynn, from what I've been able to tell during the first 8-10 minutes of this ball game. So,
well, it's good to see Coach Froud. He's using some substitution. He's got – it looks like he's got about 10 on the bench there, and 10 in total on the team, and he's been utilizing some of his bench where he can.
Right. Yeah, and that's going to be interesting. I was talking to Mr. Bond about it before you got here, is the fact that it'll be interesting to see with Coach Froud a little bit less of a bench than we're used to having, to see if that changes how he coaches defensively and strategy-wise what we've got.
Well, one thing I definitely say about Coach Froud, nice ball movement there. No good. Rebound by Robinson. The thing that's interesting about Coach Froud, now the Tigers are moving the ball down court. Oh! And the referee that looks like Mr. Peterman from Seinfeld calls the charge on that one.
Well, Lynn, it didn't take you long to get on the officials. I mean, you've been here 2 minutes and first game of the year, and here we go. But, hey, it's all in good fun, and the referees, they got to work through their first game jitters as well.
That's true.
They probably haven't called a lot.
No, but it's interesting because the one thing I've seen with Coach Froud over the years, and, he's been here, I
think this
close
is year
to 9 years.
Yeah.
And the thing about him is I remember some of his early teams, He did. He wouldn't. He would get in a slow. I mean, he would go to a slow game, almost a four-corner type game. And I seen him do it over in Huntsville one time when he was behind.
I was going to say, I saw him do it here against Lincoln when we were behind one time.
Three-pointer, no good. And nice rebound by Huber. And now she gets it down court quickly. That's Whitney Fitz. Pick. Oh! It was a nice thought there, Derek. We got the ball down there quick.
Well, Lynn, as you've been trying to get us back going, we've had about 3 transition fast break points. Siloam not doing a real good job of getting back, so that's something that we can maybe exploit. That time it was there, we just didn't execute it. But you're right, the thought was there.
Lee, that's Bert. Let's see. That's Miller. She gets it over to Jones. Back to Miller. Siloam Springs being patient.
I'm watching them, and they remind me a lot of the old Huntsville teams that you see. They work that high-low, and they've got some pretty good size inside, and they've gotten some high-low looks and a couple of baskets on the high-low offense. And they kind of remind me as I see Coach Barry from Huntsville is in the gym tonight scouting probably both teams. I'm sure we play them later on too.
Well, Coach Barry, if there's a ball game around, he's going to be there, I believe. I see him all over the place. Beeks is going to go line. As we look at the Prairie Grove team and you see who's out on the floor right now, this is where some of the dividends of playing people when they're young. Lacey Beeks this is her 3rd year. It seems like she's been here forever.
Exactly.
This is her 3rd year. And she's she started her freshman year playing on the high school team.
Right.
You've got Whitney Fitz, who got a lot of playing time last year. Abby Smith got a lot of playing time last year.
Yep.
Of course, Huber has been playing since she was a freshman, now in her senior year, and she's been able to go many times to the state playoffs. She's tested, so an interesting team that we have out, and it's good to see them. They look very fundamentally sound. Three-pointer, no good by Jones, Rachel Jones on the three-pointer, and the Tigers get the ball down there quick. Abby working the ball, and now back to Fitz. Oh, they got a – oh! Siloam gets the timeout in time.
Good call by the coach, I guess. Saved him a turnover for sure.
Looked to me like he called it a little bit after he slid 4 feet.
Oh, well, like we said, first game of the year for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Referees, fans, everybody. So.
Well, we're all tied up at 16. While we got a minute, let's talk a little bit about some of the other activities we'll have going on in the webcast. This Friday, of course, the second round of the playoffs will be the mighty undefeated Prairie Grove football Tigers. They'll be facing Pottsville. Pottsville sitting at 10-1, only lost to Boonville. From what I've been able to gather, that loss to Boonville came with a lot of turnovers. So Pottsville's going to come to the game, going to give Prairie Grove a real test. Big upset in football in the state playoffs when Mina Fissy took out really the number 1 team in the state, Arkadelphia. So that lets us know there's in the past we've had a Shiloh or Pulaski or someone who just kind of dominated. This year I think we got a little more parity when you've got what I would call a real 4A. And now there's Macy. Oh, nice steal there by Morgan Miller. Ball just kind of going back and forth. Oh, they're going to call that walk.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. She took that step back, but actually took a step forward. So.
Yep, one too many steps right there. Didn't get that one by the officials, but Siloam, they've been looking for the inside-out game, but they've also had a few three-point shots from behind the arc, and boy, Macy's wide open there.
I think she was so wide open she wasn't sure what to do.
It caught her off guard, didn't it? Both teams playing an aggressive half-court man-to-man defense. The Lady Tigers have pressed once or twice, Lynn, but most of it's been half-court defense.
Well, one of the things I haven't seen Siloam's moving the ball well. They're patient. They don't have a lot of height.
Right. Yeah, they've got a couple of bigger girls on the bench, and they're giving them a breather right now. But they've utilized, let's see, it looks like 7, 8 players, maybe 9 players on the bench right now. And Coach Frow's just gone 6 deep into his bench so far, so we'll see if that factors into the ball game as we progress.
Well, I got to tell you, Derek, I just absolutely love basketball. I mean, I love all the sports, I guess. There is Turner for three, no good. Nice rebound. Nice box out by Fitz. Ball knocked away. But, you know, we did for the first time this year, Derek, we did the volleyball. And we did the volleyball tournament. And, again, that was just a blast to do. And now here's Beeks. Beeks drives to the hole. She's going to draw the foul.
Well, great season by the volleyball team, too.
Oh, yeah. Congratulate Coach Hannah McDonald and the girls and assistant coach Collins. They had a fantastic season, made it to the semifinals, lost to the eventual champion, Valley View.
Did they end up winning it? I didn't think that anybody would beat them, but I didn't know.
They're
like a dynasty over there.
I don't know that, you know, you hear rumors and stuff. I heard that they had played Fayetteville earlier in the year who won 7-8, and I heard they beat them, but I don't know if that, you know, I don't want to make that a 100% true statement.
Yeah.
Tigers get the rebound. No one makes the free. There's Huber. A nice job. And let's see, I believe they're going to call Rachel Jones there for a foul.
Lady Tigers shooting 1-1 now, Lynn. 3 minutes to play in the first half. We'll be shooting bonus shots on every foul.
Derek, from what I've seen so far, we struggled a little bit from the line tonight.
Yeah, we have.
There we go.
I think your wife is over here statting for us. So I'll see if we can get the free throw statistics. I know Huber missed her first 2 of the season, and we missed a couple others along the way. Good job by Whitney there.
I didn't even see her over there behind you. I think they're going to that's going to be Lacey Beeks with the foul. 18-16, the Tigers lead, 2:55 to go here in the first half. That's the second foul on Beeks. Callie Robinson going to come in for Beeks. 2:55 to go here, first half. Tigers lead 18-16.
Unofficially, Lynn, it looks like 6 of 12 for the Lady Tigers from the line. So you're right, struggling there, 50%. You'd like to see that number 70 or above is a good number for high school basketball. Really, for any level of basketball, 70% is pretty good. But we've seen that before from some of our teams in the past.
Well, you can definitely tell from both teams, it's the first game, that some of the shots are a little off, timing's a little off, but that's why you play these early games.
Exactly.
I'm glad to see the Tigers taking on Siloam, a 6A school now.
Right.
And
I knew they had moved up, or I thought they had moved up in classification.
Well,
so.
it's really weird. I mean, I wished I was well versed on it, but you know the way the 6 and 7A work now, the 6A, 7A, depending on where you live, you play, and then when it comes tournament time or playoff time, you go to play against 6A. I think is the way it works.
I think they've got a different evaluation system for the playoffs. Maybe is it based on any kind of power rankings, or is it based on enrollment numbers? I'm not really sure about that either.
I'm not. That's why I like this 4A and 5A and 3A stuff. It's pretty simple. You win, you become a seed, and you play.
Right.
There's Huber, nice inbound pass, and good. Justine Huber stretches the Tiger lead, 2016. This, Derek, you and I were just chatting a little bit, maybe the largest lead we've had in the game at 4 points.
I don't recall it. I was having to talk so much earlier, Lynn. When you have to talk so much, I couldn't even pay attention to what I was doing. Barely paying attention to what I was saying. So.
Oh, we may have got away with a little walk there. That's all right. Macy, no good by Abby Smith, deep three.
Yeah, Lynn, we have not hit a three-point basket yet. That's one thing that Siloam fires another one off, but you remember, we were always good for some three-point baskets with Lamsargas on the court last year. I mean, it was almost an automatic. She was going to hit 3 or 4 at least in a ball game. So we'll see if anybody can step up and fill that role this year for the Lady Tigers.
Krista Lopez on the shot there. She misses. Ball goes out of bounds to the Tigers. 1 minute, 19 seconds to go. Tigers leading 20-16. Abby Smith bringing the ball down. This is actually the second competitive game they had. They had a kind of a practice charity game in Bentonville the other night. And
Which we only count if we win, right?
Oh yeah. Those are only practice games. I think that was a couple years ago we won one, so we counted that.
You count those.
Well, when you're playing a 7A school, you can kind of take those liberties.
That's right. Well, the non-conference schedule is definitely not a cupcake schedule for the Lady Tigers or the Tigers, the senior boys team either. They play the same teams typically, and they've got a rough stretch ahead to start the season, but those early season tests may help you later on down the road.
Derek, that was just great defense. It ended up being a walk there, but they got the ball inside, and the Lady Tigers just collapsed. There was nothing there.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Typical Coach Froud defense is good help side defense on the backside, and then collapsing on the inside entry pass right there. And that was a textbook example right there by the Lady Tigers.
45 seconds to go here in the first half. Lady Tigers leading 20-16. Oh, and throws the ball away, trying to knock it off was Abby Smith, trying to knock it off Taylor Gay, and she played. There's a three by Gay, no good. Rebound, Abby Smith. Now down to 25 seconds. Whitney Fitz for three, bottom. Yes,
go.
There we go. There's that three-pointer you asked for, Derek.
We got it.
23-16.
That'll help. The Lady Panthers have only scored 4 points here in the second quarter after scoring 12 in the first. So great job by the Lady Tigers of really tightening up their defense.
Three-pointer, no good, and the Lady Tigers going a 7-0 run down the stretch and lead 23-16. And Derek, let's take a quick timeout. We'll be back after this.
PG Telco is the proud sponsor of PGTigersOnline.com, where you can find out all the very latest of what's going on with all the sports teams right here in Prairie Grove. But PG Telco is more, a lot more. They offer phone, internet, long-distance services, and bundles, making it all affordable. And that includes DirecTV. For your home or office, staying connected to the fast-paced world is as easy as calling PG Telco. Call 846-7200. That's 846-7200. PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress.
All right, he's got the camera on us. You want to grab the stats and chat for a little bit? Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with you as we are at halftime. We got about 5 minutes to go here. We're going to go ahead and Derek's going to take you through some of the stats that we had for the first half as they play one of the best songs that I've ever heard. Go ahead, Derek.
Well, can I dispute that fact that you just – can we argue about that before we go any further?
No.
Okay. It is a good song, but if we could have changed the name of the song, it would have been a lot better.
All right, go with those stats.
For the Lady Tigers, it looks like, and I'm trying to read your wife's handwriting. She's done a nice job here with these stats, but it's a little more in detail than what I'm used to doing myself, so I'm going to have to decipher what she's done here. It looks like the Lady Panthers have had 8 turnovers, the Lady Tigers with just 4, so nice job of forcing turnovers by Prairie Grove tonight. Again, in the second quarter, Siloam was outscored 10-4 by Prairie Grove, and that leads us to a 23-16 ball game right now. Siloam has hit 3 3-point baskets, and Prairie Grove has just hit the one by Fitz. They're late.
What's interesting about that's half of their points. They're sitting at 16 points, 9 of them coming from 3-point.
Yeah, that's a good point. The Lady Tigers have done a really good job of getting to the free throw line, and I would anticipate as the season goes along, we'll shoot the free throw shots a little bit better. The percentage will rise, but right now it looks like we're about 7 of 14, and that's just an estimation by me looking at the book here. I haven't counted it up exactly. Looks like for the Lady Tigers, Justine's got 4 points. Whitney's got 7, it looks like. Abby Smith with 1 point, and then Lacey Beeks, it looks like she's got 9 points to lead the way for the Lady Tigers. So a good job by Lacey of being an offensive presence early in the ball game, and she leads the Lady Tigers in scoring. And then for Siloam, trying to see here, Lynn, we've got 3 different girls that have hit 3-point baskets for the Siloam Springs, and we've had a lot of missed 3-point baskets as well. It looks like they've missed about 7 3-point baskets, and they've hit 3, so 3 out of 10, 30% from the 3-point line. There's a decent percentage for senior high basketball, so we're going to have to guard them from the 3-point line. Early on in the ball game, we gave up an open 3, and they made it. As soon as the ball went through the basket, Coach Frau got the timeout, so he was not happy with that, and I'm sure that'll get addressed at halftime as well.
Well, Derek, we've got about 3.5 minutes before we go back. Let's take another couple of commercial timeouts, and then we'll be back with you after that.
Let's face it, life's moving along at a faster pace these days, and every now and again you find that one stop that allows you to catch your breath. That one stop that reminds you of the good old-fashioned values. The one stop that hand dips their ice creams and makes hamburgers to die for. The one stop that can furnish you with propane and pizza and everything in between. And they usually call you by your name and ask you about your family. Well, that place in Prairie Grove is Frederick's One Stop, serving Prairie Grove since 1975. They say, "Go Tigers!" I want you to try and imagine all the progress that's been made in medicine since 1918. Now try and imagine the progress that's been made in the insurance business as well. Needless to say, the changes have been massive, but Sterling Drug in Prairie Grove has kept up with it all. And Gary Davis and his staff are ready to provide you with the latest and most effective drugs, and they're going to work with your insurance companies as well. While there have been massive changes in medicine and insurance, one thing that has not changed is the quality professional care you'll receive from Sterling Drug. Sterling Drug, keeping you healthy since 1918. PG Telco is the proud sponsor of PGTigersOnline.com, where you can find out all the very latest of what's going on with all the sports teams right here in Prairie Grove. But PG Telco is more, a lot more. They offer phone, internet, long-distance services, and bundles, making it all affordable. And that includes DirecTV. For your home or office, staying connected to the fast-paced world is as easy as calling PG Telco. Call 846-7200. That's 846-7200. PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress. I want you to try and imagine all the progress that's been made in medicine since 1918. Now try and imagine the progress that's been made in the insurance business as well. Needless to say, the changes have been massive, but Sterling Drug in Prairie Grove has kept up with it all. And Gary Davis and his staff are ready to provide you with the latest and most effective drugs, and they're going to work with your insurance companies as well. While there have been massive changes in medicine and insurance, one thing that has not changed is the quality professional care you'll receive from Sterling Drug. Sterling Drug, keeping you healthy since 1918.
Well, we've got about 23 seconds to go here before we start the second half. Again, the Lady Tigers leading 23-16, went on a 7-0 run to end the first half. it's really good to see, Derek, that in spite that I've seen the Lady Tigers play much better, but I mean, in spite of the way they've played tonight, they got a 7-point lead.
Yeah, I think overall you have to be pleased with
absolutely.
a 7-point lead on a 6/7A team. So, yeah, we'll see if we can build on that momentum that we had at the end of the first half and carry it over into the second half. It's the second time we've ran that play and couldn't finish it again, but
Huber drew a little contact there but did not get the foul, and now Siloam Springs. Ball going to go out to the Tigers. Siloam again being patient. Nice. Got off a good shot there.
Yeah, they really have had a few good looks on us and haven't got the ball to go through the basket yet.
Abby Smith for three. No good. Nice box out there by Ashlyn Stock for the Panthers.
Well, Lynn, I like how Abby shot that shot with confidence. She didn't hesitate. She was open. Right there at the top of the key, one of the easier three-point shots you'll have.
And there's a three-point basket by Morgan Miller. And that's the first basket the Lady Panthers have had in quite some time.
Yes, it is.
And now there's Beeks. Beeks going to take it to the hold. No good. Oh, Beeks is going to be for over the back. That's going to be her third foul, I believe, Derek.
Yeah, I think you're right. She left with about 3 minutes left in the first half with 2 fouls, so it looks like Callie's going to check in for her. It was a good aggressive move there by Lacey. She couldn't get the ball to go in, and she wanted the offensive rebound, just a little too aggressive there with it. Oh,
there's Miller. She wanted another three. Pull-up jumper. That's good. Bailey Owens with the basket now. 5 straight to start the second half, and they've closed the 7-point lead down to 2.
Yeah, Siloam's definitely responded after that momentum shift there in the second quarter, and they come out, made some adjustments, it looks like, and got the ball to go through the basket. So good job by Siloam. We'll see how the Lady Tigers respond here with a 2-point lead.
And now Huber gets the ball. She's trying to get inside. Nice pass to Robinson. There's Fitz for 3. Bottom, yes. Oh, yeah, little contact. She was going for the old Kevin Morton move to get the extra basket there.
I thought Callie got fouled before she even passed the ball out there.
Wow.
Goodness.
And there's Owens with another 3 responding, and now 26-24. Abby Smith, she gives it to Huber. There's
Lynn, I've seen Justine play on the perimeter a little bit more tonight than we're used to seeing. I'm sure that's by design somehow. And Coach Froud running kind of a motion offense here against the Siloam defense.
There's Fitz. Now he's passed to Robinson. Robinson up, no good. Rebound goes to Stock, and now the Lady Panthers with a chance to tie or maybe even take the lead with his three-pointer. It's off. And nice rebound. Great rebound there by Stock, but unable to convert. And the ball's going to be the Tigers after being knocked out. Derek, this game's moving quick. We're already halfway through the third quarter.
They're letting them play, not a whole lot of fouls. That's sometimes a good thing, I guess, especially when we've only gone 6 deep in the bench so far, so I guess that works into our favor, I guess.
Lady Tigers clinging to a 2-point lead. There's Smith again looking for that pass to Robinson.
Well, Lynn, we've done a nice job of getting into the lane. It's just once we get into the lane, we've not executed either the shot that we're trying to take or the pass that we're trying to make. And I think that's what's got Coach Froud a little upset right now is we just got to go in there strong, but we got to be under control when we go into the lane like that.
You said earlier in the game when I first got here that the refs, it's their first game and they're in first game form. Panthers are in first game form. Tigers. Coach Froud's in midseason form already, Derek.
It didn't take long. He called the early timeout there. He was a little upset at that point in the game. But when you see him go to one knee, you know he's not Tebowing. You know that's why he's not going to the knee for that reason.
Yeah, you don't that is a good call out, Mr. Dugan. 26-24, Lady Tigers lead. The only basket here in the third quarter for Lady Tigers was a three-pointer by Whitney Fitz. Looking inside, and Lady Panthers moving the ball around well. Ball goes off of Huber. 4:11 to go here in the third quarter. Lady Tigers 26-24. Wow, she thought about it.
She did.
Pippen. The Huber's out there being very aggressive. Nice pass inside, in and out. That was Bailey Cameron. And now jump ball and the possession arrow in favor of the Lady Panthers.
Well, and you said it, Lynn. Justine tried to go for the steal. She left Cameron inside right there, and Coach Froud just told her, stay with her, because that was a gimme shot right there that she missed and got a little bit fortunate there.
Ball again out on the Tigers, and the Lady Panthers with the ball. 3:55 to go in the third. Lady Tigers 26-24. Nice job by Justine to come backside help to get the steal.
Yeah, that's at least the second time that we've seen the Lady Tigers get a steal with help side defense on the lob play.
Abby Smith misses on her shot, and now Ashlyn Stock bringing the ball down. There's a three-pointer, no good. And now the Lady Tigers throw the ball away, and I think we've had more turnovers here in the third quarter than we did the whole first half.
You're probably right, Lynn. We just had 4 in the first half. And two so far by our count, unofficially here in the third quarter, but it seems like a lot more. Maybe it's a combination of some shots that are not going in. And
although I think there may be a few more, but I'm not going to challenge our statistician on that one.
I don't think you should, really. It's a losing battle.
And there's going to be a walk. And I will say this. I'm always on the officials when they don't do – I didn't think she took the step there. I thought she just kind of did a little head fake. That was Macy Pippen. I thought she actually made a good move, but the refs call a travel, and Lady Tigers have possession.
It won't be the first time or the last time that we'll criticize a referee during the course of this season. And there it is again, Lynn. We're getting where we want to go. We're just not executing the pass.
Now here's a three-pointer, no good. Nice rebound by Robinson. And I think they're going to get – I believe they're going to get Krista Lopez for a hold there. That is Krista Lopez, and that's the first foul in the third quarter for Siloam Springs. So that means they'll be able to be very aggressive going into the fourth. A little under 3 minutes to go here in the third. First foul on Lopez for the evening. Abby Smith to bring the ball across half court. Beeks has been sitting a long time due to foul trouble, and now Beeks being the second most tenured, I guess, not tenured, but at least most playing time.
Experience, I would say.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that time Siloam did a good job with their help side defense of getting that pass stolen away. Lynn, are you surprised at how fast-paced the Lady Tigers are playing here with the short
bottom? That's what I'm excited about right there.
3 3-point baskets for Whitney Fitz here.
And Whitney Fitz is giving the Tigers a 5-point lead. And coach for Siloam takes the timeout. No, you were asking me, Derek, before the bottom came. So
yeah, well, it's just look at the pace of the game here in the third quarter has really been up and down and kind of sloppy at times. Are you surprised to see the Lady Tigers playing at this pace? when we've only played 6 players so far in the game.
Yeah, I am, because you would think with the bench being a little lighter than we've been accustomed to in the past. But on the flip side of that, it's early in the season. Coach Frau may want to say, hey, what? Let me learn now what kind of legs we might have. It's what kind of condition is my team? Do I need to give them more conditioning? There may be some of that thought process going through.
Yeah,
and of course,
point.
this may be what he's this may be what we see all year. So.
Part of it, too, may be the fact that we were able to convert some fast break baskets early in the game, and sometimes that's fool's gold, and it can catch up with you later on in the game, and hopefully that's not what we're seeing with the Lady Tigers right now. And I'm sure Coach Froud is stressing the importance of ball possession and ball control and sharper passes, better decisions overall. But, hey, when you got a 5-point lead, you can't complain too much late in the third quarter.
Well, there is the fact that the baskets, we've had 2 3-point baskets in the third quarter is all we have, and they're both from Whitney Fitz, and that's what's given the Tigers a 5-point lead. Siloam moving the ball around well. There's a 3-pointer there by Jones, no good. Reed, nice box out by Huber, and then throws it away, and now a good pass inside. Nice ball work there by Krista Lopez. 29-26. Minute and a half to go in the third. Lady Tigers leading by 3. And there's Robinson going to be called for the walk. And I think this is good playing time for Callie, because she hasn't had maybe quite as much as, say, Whitney Fitz or even Abby Smith. And this playing time is good for her. It's good to see
You bet.
Macy Colchin out there as well, because there's a 3-pointer on the way. No good. Nice rebound by Robinson. At least with Macy, she was out last year with a torn ACL, I believe, and that happened in the black and gold game. And the other night I was with her stepdad, Jake McBride, and we were at the black and gold game. Let's just get out of here tonight with no injuries. And
and everything went okay that night, and I think I talked to Jake earlier. I think he said Macy had 12 points the other night up at Bentonville, and getting some good competition there, and got some good competition here tonight.
Down to a minute to go, and just, what's sad about that, we get a tie up there, so we lose the possession arrow and then turn the ball over. That's almost like a double turnover there.
Yeah, we've got 6 turnovers in this quarter alone after only having 4 in the entire first 16 minutes. And here in the first 7 minutes of this quarter, we've already got 6 turnovers. So just maybe a lack of focus right there. Just got to be a little stronger with the basketball and what you're doing, a little more decisive in what you're doing.
Lady Tigers leading 29-26. Lady Panthers with the ball, looking inside, cross-court pass. They've made that pass several times, and it's done a nice job. It's sometimes be a very dangerous pass. Nice defense there by the Lady Tigers. Abby Smith and Justine Huber. Down to 30 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Coach Froud calling for one shot. We'll see if the Lady Tigers can execute possession of the basketball for the last 25 seconds.
Morgan Miller with the foul on Huber. 25 seconds to go, 29-26. Very aggressive defense there by Siloam.
They really are.
Close, tight man-to-man they're playing right now, Derek.
Exactly right. Contesting every dribble and every pass, that's for sure. They've definitely amped up their defensive pressure in this quarter.
The Lady Tigers got a break right there. The Lady Tigers got a break. They'd mishandled the ball, and luckily it was rolling out, and the Siloam player went to try to save it and went out on.
Yeah, I think that was going to be their possession. 4.7 seconds. We'll see what kind of shot we can get.
You had said, could we handle it for the 25 seconds? I was like,
almost.
But now we're down to.
Well, now we just got to do 4 seconds.
4.7 seconds to go, and now Huber gets it back to Fitz. Fitz with a shot, no good. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. And after 3 quarters of play, the Prairie Grove Lady Tigers 29, The Siloam Springs Lady Panthers 26.
PG Telco is the proud sponsor of PGTigersOnline.com, where you can find out all the very latest of what's going on with all the sports teams right here in Prairie Grove. But PG Telco is more, a lot more. They offer phone, internet, long-distance services, and bundles, making it all affordable. And that includes DirecTV. For your home or office, staying connected to the fast-paced world is as easy as calling PG Telco. Call 846-7200. That's 846-7200. PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress.
Okay, we're starting the fourth quarter, and the Lady Tigers holding on to a 3-point lead. Had a 7-point lead at half, so Siloam was able to pick up a few points there in the third. And a little sloppy third quarter by both teams.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Three-pointer on the way, no good. And now, let's see, I think 1-3 on the – that is Morgan Miller with the foul. That's the third team foul, her first foul.
You know, Lynn, one thing I've noticed about the Lady Tigers tonight is the defensive rebounding has been excellent. And last year we lost maybe the leading rebounder in Prairie Grove history. I'm not sure if Barnett is our all-time leading rebounder, but she had to be close. And losing her, it was going to I was interested to see tonight how we would respond with rebounding, who would pick that up, and we've done a nice job as a team getting defensive rebounds and also some offensive rebounds as well.
Beeks has got to be smart in there on the inside. She's already got 3 fouls, and we may need her and her experience and her ball handling. And I guess she was at one time leading scorer. I guess Fitz is now tied with her, but now here's Beeks. She gets the shot off, and good. Lacey Beeks stretches the lead to 31-26, and that's why we need Lacey in the game right there.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Whitney's actually got 13 points, Lynn. She hit a 2-point basket and hit a couple free throws in the first half as well, so she's leading us right now.
That's 11 points now for Lacey. 3-pointer on the way, and it's good. That is Morgan Miller, and now she closes the lead down to 2. Ball quickly up, gets it to Fitz.
That was a good play by Siloam. Another cross-court pass there that got a wide-open 3.
And there's Huber, no good. Oh, Beeks tries to keep it alive, goes to Miller. Miller drives all the way, and good. And Morgan Miller with the last 5 points of the game, and now it's all tied up at 31. Here comes Beeks. Beeks brings it down, out to Huber.
I think Justine said, I'm tired of running the floor. Slow down a little bit.
And now fourth foul, fourth team foul, and that's going to be Ashlyn Stock. That's her second, team's fourth, all tied up at 31.
You've seen Lacey. You can tell when she's come into the game, she sat out a few minutes, and she's coming in ready to go. She's got fresh legs, and the other girls out on the floor right now, not as fresh probably at this point.
Now here's Whitney Fitz. Gets the ball to Justine. Justine's shot on the way, no good. Nice hustle by Macy Colchin, and now, wow, that was good hustle.
Yeah,
nice rebound.
That was just all about hustle right there. She saw the shot go up, knew exactly where the ball was going, and Macy is an outstanding athlete as well. She really got good jumping ability, good vertical leap. And
first shot by Macy's up and good. Colton now with the opportunity to get the lead back up to 2. Prairie Grove's had the lead now for back towards the end of the second quarter up till now. They've not relinquished the lead, been tied just on the last shot by Miller. Macy with the opportunity. It's up and good. She makes both free throws. 33-31, 5:58 to go in the ball game.
This is only the second or third time I've seen us full court press, Lynn. Good job by Siloam of breaking it.
And now The Panthers with a chance to tie, maybe even take the lead with a 3.
Yeah, we've really got to defend that three-point line. It's a good
Nice.
back cut there.
Oh, no! Oh, they're going to call Lacey Beeks with a foul. That's going to be her 4th. That looked like pretty good D to me.
It looked clean up top. I don't know if she got her with the body, but that was clean block up top.
We got all these cameras. There's one that's got instant replay on that because I'd like to see it. Miller shot up and good, 33-32. Looks. Robinson comes in for Beeks at 5:35 mark. This may be a critical juncture in the game because Beeks has been on the attack.
Yeah, she's got 11 points, has had a great offensive game, just frustrated with the fouls right now, and it's kind of taken her out of the game. She spent a lot of time over on the bench that normally she'd be out on the floor playing. And
we're all tied up at 33, and now another turnover by the Tigers, and now they're going to get Macy for that foul. It's going to be the third team foul. I believe that's the second on Macy.
This is what irritates me, Lynn, is we've gone that entire third quarter with just let them play, and now, I mean, just in the first 2 minutes of this quarter, we've seen some pretty ticky-tack calls here.
5:16 to go. Wow. Rachel Jones, she took that one a step back, and now Macy Colchin trying to drive. Ball's going to be picked up there by Abby Smith. Boy, they're being aggressive. Well, we may got a break there.
May have. we just not been strong with the ball here in the second half. We did a really good job, and I think part of that is Siloam has dialed up their defense a little bit better, but you know, we've typically, this team that we've got on the floor, we've got some good ball handlers out there.
Wow, now.
Man.
And missed. Second shot on the way, missed. Third shot on the way, no good. Hey! And the Lady Tigers get a break there, Derek.
Well, three-point.
Now three-pointer, no good. 4 shots. This will be the 5th shot, another 3, no good. And finally with the rebound, and they're going to call a foul on the floor. That's going to be number 44, Bailey Cameron. That's going to be the 16 foul. Derek, they had 6. Was it 5 or 6?
5 shots. And I would like to see the statistics on when you give a team 5 shots, how many times they'll end up hitting that 5th one, because I bet it's over 50%, well over 50%.
Oh, absolutely. I would say higher than that. And now the Siloam has really pushed up their defense. Coach Froud, seeing that we're struggling a little bit, calls a timeout. 4:23 to go in the ball game, all tied up at 33.
Well, that's one thing that, you know, when you've not played a game, you can practice as hard as you want, and sometimes when you get out into that game situation, you see somebody wearing a different jersey and they're in your face like that defensively. It's an adjustment period that you have to go through to where you get used to that defender being right in your face, slapping at you, clawing at you, trying to get the ball away, and we'll get those things worked out. Hopefully we'll go ahead and hang on to win this ball game.
Well, Derek, right now I think if you're Coach Froud, really what you want to see on the offensive side is just taking care of the ball. Be strong with the ball. I think that's right now we lack a little confidence. I think that's probably the best way to say it.
One thing, we're one foul away from being in the bonus, so if we can just be strong with the ball, they're eventually going to foul us. I mean, they're going to be so aggressive to the point where they're going to make a mistake if we can just be strong enough with the ball long enough, and then we're shooting free throws the rest of the way.
And we've done. Let's see, we've only shot 2. Have we shot? How many free throws this half? 4.
Just 2. You're
just
exactly
2.
right,
So it was
man.
Macy's 2 that she got.
Yep.
So going to have the opportunity now. It's 4:23 to go in the ball game, all tied up at 33, and now Whitney Fitz gets the ball back to Huber. And now Whitney Fitz gets it out to – wow. We'll take it. Possession goes –
that helps when you're right in front of Coach Froud on the bench, I guess. It's the only thing I can think. And it may have been a double tip there. I'm not really sure. But now Justine's a little shaken up from the previous play. I don't exactly know what happened to her there, but she's –
I didn't see it either.
Floor. Justine has not had a lot of rest time in the ball game, and she's going to have to come out for at least a little bit here. Hopefully she can get back in the game as soon as possible. We've got a trainer over there assisting her right now. She may got poked in the eye, Lynn. I see her kind of rubbing her eye. She's got a tissue there. I think maybe that's what happened.
Beeks comes into the game with 4 fouls, and she battles for the ball and gets it.
Yeah, good hustle there by Beeks, keeping the ball alive and keeping possession of it.
Krista Lopez with a foul, and as you just pointed out during the timeout, now the Lady Tigers will go to the line the rest of the way. Got to hit these 1-and-1s right now. This could really be a big difference. And
Callie hasn't been to the free throw line tonight, so hopefully she can step up and hit 1 or 2 here.
Robinson going to the line, and now Lady Tigers in the bonus. Shot on the way by Robinson, no good. And the rebound's going to be, they're going to call a jump. Possession arrow goes to Siloam.
Well, Siloam caught a break there, too, because she landed out of bounds.
Yeah,
her elbow was out of bounds, but I guess they got the jump ball possession before she came down.
Being the fact that we got the ball over there, I'm not even going to say anything about that.
Out sometimes. Yeah.
33 all, 3:56 to go in the ball game. Justine, look, you're right. I don't know. She was rubbing her eye, but now looks like she's getting some spray or something on her back, maybe some kind of coolant or something.
Yeah, I don't think it's spray tan.
And now three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound.
Well, Siloam's doing a good job on the offensive boards, Lynn. They've had a lot of shots here.
This will be 3 this time, and you can't keep giving them 4 or 5 shots.
Exactly.
They're moving the ball. They're being patient. Nice ball moving inside. Bailey Cameron gives the Lady Panthers the lead. This is the first time they've had the lead since the second quarter. Now Huber looks ready to return. Whitney Fitz out to Macy Colchin. There's Fitz for 3, blocked.
Then I wouldn't be totally surprised to see Coach Froud take a timeout
just to get Huber back in.
Just to get her. I know we've used 3 already, but
and now a 4-point lead, and
he's going to let him play. He's going to hold on to his timeouts.
And there is Abby Smith, and she pulls back the Lady Tigers back within 2. 2:38 to go in the ball game. And now Lady Tigers need a defensive stance, and they get it. And now here comes Whitney Fitz. And, boy, I'll tell you what, Siloam has been extremely aggressive on the defensive side. There's Beeks all alone. Beeks for 3. No good. Rebound, going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to the Lady Tigers. We need this. Huber coming in for Abby Smith. Abby looks a little either shaken up or a little tired, one of the two.
I know Abby's been struggling with some knee problems here in the offseason, Lynn, and it looks like she is grabbing that right knee.
And with the bench not being deep, this is 2:14 to go. Lady Tigers. There, nice play, and bound to Beeks, and it's 37 all. 2 minutes, 8 seconds to go in the ball game. Lady Tigers have tied it up.
Lynn, that's the second time we've run that play on the inbounds play and scored off of it.
Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound goes to Robinson. She gets it to Huber, and now Lady Tigers with a chance. Nice pass inside. There is Beeks.
There we go.
Great pass by Huber. Beeks finishes off the Lady Tigers 39-37. And quickly, we were down by 4, and just like that, we're up by 2, 6 straight. And now down to 1:38 to go.
3 seconds.
3 seconds. My favorite call. Yes, sir. We'll take it. I beg for that call some games.
Well, and you usually don't see that. You usually see it early in the season and then never again.
Now the Lady Tigers with a chance to get that 4-point lead with a minute and a half to go. Macy Colchin drives the lane. Good! Nice job by Macy. Wow. 41-37. And in the last minute, we scored like 8 points. And now the Lady Panthers will call a timeout. 1:21 to go. Hey.
Well, and Whitney Fitz, I got to credit her because she was the one that kept that offensive rebound alive there a couple of possessions ago, got Justine back into the ballgame. And even though Justine hasn't scored here, you can just tell the team's a lot more comfortable when she's out on the floor, and it opens things up for everybody else.
Well, she's such a big part of the offense, and really what we need, because there's going to be games she gets in foul trouble. If you're that tall and you're that aggressive, you're going to get, depending on the rest, depending on the night, you're going to get in some foul trouble. This team needs to learn how to play when she's not in the game. They've got to have confidence that they can keep it close or take a lead or maintain a lead when she's not in the game.
Well, and we talked about that last year, Lynn, too, at times where we knew Justine was going to be in foul trouble. It happens to everybody, just from bad luck sometimes. And last year we talked about it, but this year is going to be even more critical because I think we probably played 9 girls last year on a consistent basis out of the rotation. And this year it looks like Coach Froud, at least at this point in the season, has got a 6-man or 6-lady rotation. So it's going to be even more important that Justine is careful with what she's doing out there, but maintains her aggressiveness. And like you said, the other girls responding without her on the floor. It.
$1:11 to go in the ball game. Tigers needed another defensive stand. Nice job by Whitney. And that's going to be a tie-up. Possession arrow with Siloam, but now with 1:04, if there is another, it goes our way.
Yeah, and Siloam, down 4, you don't want to panic by any means with 1:04, but they can't really take their time. They've got to go quick because they've got to get a score and a stop and get the ball back to score again to tie it up. The way they've shot the 3, though.
And we've got fouls to give right now. I mean,
exactly
not individually.
Yeah,
and now
point.
Lacey's got to be careful there. But down with a minute left, she fouls out. You just got to kind of hang on. Working the ball inside. Nice work.
That's a time right there, Lynn, where we should have given the foul because you don't want to give up layups for sure this late in the ball game. And when you've got fouls to give, you probably want to give a foul there as long as you're not going to foul out of the ball game. And in that situation, probably should have given a foul and made her earn 2 shots at the line.
Bailey Cameron with that basket. Nice ball movement by the Lady Panthers. 42.6 seconds to go in the game. Lady Tigers holding on 41-39. Lady Tigers now, with the aggressiveness that we've seen from Siloam, I'm sure they're going to give some full court pressure here.
I was just going to say, I'm sure Coach Froud has talked about breaking the press with the press offense as he's got his Lady Tigers all in the front court here, anticipating a full court press. We'll see what Siloam comes out and does, and Siloam, we'll see how long it takes them before they'll give a foul and put us at the free throw line to shoot 1-on-1.
She gets it into Huber, back to Beeks, and now trying to get across it. She pulled up her dribble pretty quick and gets it over to Huber, and now the Lady Tigers get it across the timeline. That was an important part of this, and now
got to be strong with the ball. The Siloam coach is calling for a foul. His girls aren't seeing it now.
Whoa!
Wow!
That was a foul, and I don't. Why? Look, it was a hard foul, but I think she was going for a foul, but she was also kind of going for the ball. I think she went hard there.
Lynn, I've seen better tackles right there than what I've seen in this football season by some of the teams in Fayetteville that will remain nameless. Okay, that was a harder hit than what I've seen, and I'll go ahead and throw my Cowboys under the bus too. They're struggling right now, so I'll throw their defense under the bus. Come on, Whitney.
Whitney makes the first of a 1-on-1. That's critical. She made 2 free throws earlier, and now 42-39. And with this basket or this free throw here, Makes it a 2-possession game. Free throw on the way, in and out.
Gosh.
Now we're down to a 3-pointer separating the Lady Panthers, Lady Tigers. They're attacking.
I'm shocked they're not calling a timeout.
And now they're going to call a foul on Macy. 15.5 seconds.
I'm really surprised Siloam is not using a timeout. They've got to have a 3-point basket. And
He does. He takes a timeout.
He was just making us the anticipation build there. Yeah.
.5 seconds, Derek. If you're Coach Froud now, what are you trying to do?
Well, you've got to guard the 3-point line. You don't want to give up a 2-point basket, but you definitely got to guard the 3. I think there is enough time for Siloam to go for a 2-point basket if it's open, because then you've got to immediately foul, and it becomes a free throw game at that point. But the way Siloam has run their offense, I think they're probably going to go for the 3-point shot right here, take one shot at it. Now what you want to do if you're Siloam is you want to shoot this shot, if you shoot a 3-point shot with about 6 or 7 seconds left, just to give yourself an opportunity to offensive rebound and kick the ball out. You're Coach Froud right now, you're stressing to your players, rebound the ball in the first shot, don't give them a second shot.
On the other hand, I think, if you see that 2-point quick drive, there, you can get that before the 10-second mark. You got plenty of time.
Yes,
so
that's right.
I think if that 3's covered and you can go for the 2, you might as well go ahead and get something. Yeah. And like you said, it puts you back in the situation again, but you may only be down by 1 instead of 3.
Well, and the way the Lady Tigers have not taken very good care of the ball here in the second half, there's a chance that we would turn the ball over in that situation and force a turnover at the full court press. So we'll see how Siloam plays it right here.
What are we from the free throw line tonight? Is there –
I think we're about 11 of 20.
Well, they get it in quick, and they're already down to the 10-second mark.
Have to have a 3.
Now the Lady Tigers doing a nice job.
Very good job defensively by the Lady Tigers.
3's on the way, and it's good.
Unbelievable.
And she knocks it down. You got to give her credit. 42 all, and you cannot.
Wow.
Very nice job there by the Lady Panthers.
Her first 3 of the ball game, Lynn. First 3 she's taken. She ends up open in the corner, 44, Bailey Cameron. And you got to give her credit. I mean, that was a pressure shot right there. One thing we didn't talk about was a strategy, and I know it's hard to set up in a timeout, but at some point, whether it's 7, 6, 5 seconds left, at that point, you think about fouling when you're up 3. It's a gamble, but I've seen coaches do it, and it's hard to set that up when they're inbounding the ball with 15 seconds left. It's hard to be cognizant of how much time's left when you're out in the heat of the battle. And so you can't fault the Lady Tigers right there. You just got to give Bailey Cameron some credit for knocking down a big-time pressure 3 there in the corner. Well,
the possession arrow in favor of the Lady Tigers, but you do jump here in overtime. We will maintain the possession arrow regardless, I believe. That's correct.
Actually, I think, well, I'll be interested to see what they do here, Lynn, because that's a good point. I don't know if they'll switch it or not after the tip. Yeah, you're exactly right. They don't switch it, so we will get possession the next time.
And now we got to play defense. Ball inside. Jump ball. Now we get the ball. And
that works.
3:51 to go.
Lynn, in overtime. The coaches will each get 1 additional timeout, and the fouls, of course, carry over into the overtime period. The Lady Tigers still in great position other than Beeks. Lady Tigers as a team are in good position with the fouls.
And now there's a foul that's going to be on Ashlyn Stock. I believe that's her 3rd foul. Huber going to go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1, and now the next foul, we're in the bonus, so we get 2, or double bonus.
Yep.
And we've got 3 fouls, or at least 2 fouls to give, and she misses, but Macy Colton with the rebound. Get it out of there, Macy, get it out. Oh!
Well, that was a great rebound by Macy. She's gotten a couple offensive rebounds like that. Just couldn't get the basket to go in.
They're going to call a jump, and that's okay because they had the possession arrow with the possession.
Right.
That's when you tie it up when they had the possession. I'm okay with that.
Yes. It's almost like a forced turnover. I mean, the next time we're going to get the ball, and we're 30 seconds in and have already seen 2 jump balls here in the overtime, so there's bound to be more.
There's a 3-pointer wide open on the way. It's no good, and There's another one of those rebounds we talked about all night. They've done a good job. And nice shot. And the Lady Panthers 44, Lady Tigers 42. Oh. And Siloam gets the timeout with 2:59. We're down to 2 minutes, 59 seconds to go in overtime. Lady Tigers got up by 4.
With about a minute and a half left, right?
Yep, and then
a minute left.
It was 41-37, and then we saw 1-on-1. We got one of the 1-on-1, and that was gave them the opportunity. And
they've taken advantage of it. Yep. I wish I was keeping track of the timeouts, Lynn. You got the timeouts over there, Gretchen? Okay. So it looks like Siloam with just one timeout left, if we've counted right. I think Coach Froud's got 3 timeouts left. So,
which he may have to use down the stretch here in overtime.
Yeah, and Coach Froud, I've seen him. He's run his motion offense, but I've also seen him run a lot of set plays tonight, and that could come into play later on in the game when you really need a basket. Being able to call a timeout and set something up that you want an exact look on the offensive end.
You know, I want to remind those who may be watching to go to pgtigersonline.com, the comments page. Let us know where you may be watching from tonight. It's our first basketball game of the year, and now Siloam moving the ball around well.
Lady Tigers really need to be aggressive here. Still not in foul trouble.
That's
fine.
Macy's going to get the foul. Now that's the 5th foul. We got one more to give before we put them in the bonus.
Yeah, as long as Lacey's not the one committing the foul, and now Macy, that's her 4th foul as well. We don't need either one of those girls to foul again, but.
And that's going to be a 2-shot foul. And now they'll be in the 1-and-1 going forward. We'll be in the double bonus. But boy, we need a basket quick here, Derek.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Justine get the ball in the low post area. We haven't seen her do that a lot tonight. But sometimes when you need a go-to basket, you give the ball to your best offensive player and tell her to go at it.
Several substitutions here for Siloam. Myrna Jones, Shelby Turner, and Rachel Jones, I believe, all come into the game. Second shot on 2-shot foul shot, and it's good. Lady Panthers with a 3-point lead, 2:34 to go here in the overtime, the first overtime, and now need to find a way to. There's Macy. Nice drive by Macy, and it's 45-44. Lady Tigers only down by 1. I liked her confidence there.
Great drive right there and a good finish by Macy inside. Cuts the lead to 1.
Look at Macy being aggressive. Go, Macy!
She got pushed, too.
Yep, she's going to go for doof. That's going to be 2 shots. Hey! And
Coach Froud's calling for the intentional foul, but I don't think they're going to give her that, but she will get 2 free throws there.
Macy Colchin has really taken to it right here. She took the ball strong to pull the Lady Tigers within 1. She goes aggressively with 4 fouls, mind you. 4 fouls, went aggressively after the ball, gets the ball, and then gets fouled, and now with a chance to tie with this shot. And she does. 45 all.
She made a very athletic play on the previous possession to score inside, and then another athletic play to.
And
there we go.
Finesse at the free throw line now. 46-45. Lady Tigers don't have to be quite as aggressive now on defense with the 1-point lead. 1 minute, 54 seconds to go in the ball game.
That's not what you want to do there, is gamble on a steal and miss it.
3-pointer on the way. And nice job. I'll tell you, I've been impressed tonight with Morgan Miller.
Yeah,
she's been both inside and outside, has Morgan. 47-46. Lady Tigers trail by 1. Lacey Beeks with the ball. She's going to take it. She drives. Nice pass inside to Kelly Robinson. And Callie puts it up and in, 48-47.
Callie has played a solid game tonight, Lynn. She's done a great job off the bench.
Whoa.
Pressure back onto Siloam now. It's been back and forth.
got to give Bailey Cameron a lot of credit. There's the ball's thrown away. And right there to end that first half, what a pressure shot. You got, the Siloam fans were sitting right in front of us, and they all came to their feet. They've been fairly quiet until that moment.
Well, these aren't the kind of games you want for your first game out, is these games that, age Coach Froud, both coaches, 5 years, put the gray hair on them. You want something a little easier to start the season, but this is a good test for both teams, really, Lynn. I mean, quality competition from both sides. I think both teams will benefit from this game, regardless of the outcome. Let's just hope that we end up on the winning side.
1 minute to go in overtime. Lady Tigers up by 1. One of our experienced players with the ball. There is now Macy Colchin. She gets it back to Huber. Up top now is Lacey Beeks. Back to Huber. Now this is what Lady Tigers want to do right here. You want these seasoned veterans with the ball. There's Macy. She's played very well tonight. And now.
Yeah, and as long as we're taking care of the ball, eventually Siloam's going to have to foul us. We'll see how long.
Whoa! That one. Come on.
Okay, that. Are they just looking worse than what they really are? Because Whitney hit the floor pretty hard. Justine hit the floor pretty hard right there.
We need both of these from Justine.
Yes, we do. And Justine's got a bad back. We definitely needed that. Justine, I think, is 0 for 4 tonight at the free throw line.
Ashlyn Stock, that's her 5th foul.
She made that one count.
Yeah, yes, she did.
Might have been the 5th and the 6th foul.
Coming into the game is Bailey Cameron. She hit the big 3 to send it into overtime. She's back in. She comes in for Macy Pippin. I'm sorry, that was not Pippin that she came in for.
20, was that Stock, 22?
Yeah.
Come on, Justine.
Okay, Coach Froud takes a timeout.
He's going to reverse ice her at the free throw line. Sometimes you see he's just telling her to calm down right now, get back into your rhythm. Justine is a great free throw shooter throughout her career. She's hit some clutch free throws for us in postseason play, and
I'll never forget her as a freshman down in the, I believe it was the state championship. She nailed some as a freshman, and now as a senior. It's funny that for Justine as a freshman, playing with some great players, Kendra Coyle and some of those other young ladies back then, and now she's the leader. She's the one that's going to lead this team this year. Yeah. Lacey Beeks with her experience. It was nice to see when we had the ball up top, going back and forth, Lacey to Justine.
Yeah, you feel comfortable with those girls with the ball in their hands.
And I felt comfortable, the way Macy's definitely played here in overtime. She was the other one out there with the ball. And
when you've got Whitney out there who may be the best free throw shooter on the team, and she's a quality ball handler as well. We need Justine to hit this, relax right here, knock this one down, give us a 2-point lead.
Justine Huber now with her second shot. It's going to be short.
Short again.
And now misses them both, and it's 48-47. Got to play a little D here. 25 seconds to go in the first overtime. And Lacey may have got away with a little reach there. Down to 20 seconds. Got to play D. And the Lady Tigers get a turnover. And now Fitz, she gets it to Huber. Back to Fitz. And down to 9.8. And Fitz is going to go to the line, and this is good. I mean, one of our best free throw shooters.
Yeah, and the important thing here, Lynn, is even if she hits both, it's still a 3-point game, and we'll see if Coach Froud changes his defensive strategy if that were the case, or if he plays it straight up like he did.
Well, here's something a little different. This time he fouls, they go to the free throw line.
That's true. But if you've got a 3-point lead, they can't score 3 free throws, but Whitney's still got to hit this second one. Great job there on the
49-47, Whitney Fitz. And the second shot on the way. It's good.
There we go.
And there we go. And now Coach Froud's going to take a full timeout.
Okay.
With 9.8 seconds to go, 50-47.
And I would be willing to bet right now, Lynn, because normally you'll see the offensive team take the timeout when you got the 3-point, or when you're down 3 points with 10 seconds left. I think Coach Froud's going to change up what he did at the end of the fourth quarter. I think we'll see something different. as far as how he matches up on the perimeter to not allow a three-point shot. We may even see him foul here, put them at the free throw line, and trust his girls to go get the rebound so that it won't lose the game. I know a lot of coaches don't like fouling when you're up 3 points. It's a gamble, but you're banking on the opposing team has got to first hit the first free throw. Then they've got to miss the second one.
And get the rebound and make a shot.
Make another one. So the chances of course, then the coaches that don't do it, they say, well, you can get beat that way. Because if you give up the free throw, give up an offensive rebound, and then give up a three-point basket, you lose by one, and that's a horrible way to lose. So I will really be anxious to see what Coach Froud does here.
Well, I think the thing is you know, if you get under the three, you know, get down to the 2 or 3 second mark, at that point you don't have enough time for a lot of the scenarios that we were just going through.
And then you run into the risk of fouling them on a three-point shot, which you definitely don't want to do. If you're going to foul them, you want to do it before they actually shoot the ball. Let's see what we do here.
Well, looks like we're just going to be coming up. It's down to 5 seconds.
Yep, playing them straight up.
And now she's going to get a good look. That's Bailey Cameron again. Oh, my goodness. Bailey Cameron for the second time tonight for the Lady Panthers. Nails a three to send it to double overtime. And Bailey Cameron, I do not believe it.
Wow, from the outside, yeah, she's 2 for 2, and at the 2 most critical points in the ball game.
Wow, and now we'll play.
Unbelievable, Lynn. Unbelievable. And Coach Froud is furious on the sideline because his strategy was going to be play straight up right there. Don't help on anybody. Stay with your girl. And we didn't do it right there. We lost her. Give Siloam credit again. But I know Coach Froud is not happy with the execution there defensively by his players. Boy, and when you've got a bench, we've only played 6 players tonight, Lynn. We're getting into this double overtime period. We've got 2 girls with 4 fouls. Siloam has had 1 girl foul out, but you got to take advantage of Siloam just because they've got more depth than we do right now. We'll see how this happens and plays out in the second overtime. Coach Edmiston's over there just shaking his head like, are we ever going to get to play tonight? He sent his players back into the locker room.
This game's at about an hour and a half right now. Possession arrow again in favor of the Lady Tigers. And now here comes the jump ball, and Huber is going to get it this time. And now the possession arrow.
They do switch it, I guess.
There's shots on the way. No good.
That's a good look for Justine early in the overtime.
Oh.
Got numbers.
Get down there. Just a little, that slight little hesitation took away, gave the opportunity for the defender to get back. Bailey gets inside, and another block by Huber.
Cameron should have used her left hand right there. She's using her right hand. She allowed Justine to make the block.
Huber's going to get the foul. 50 all, 3:18 to go here in the second overtime.
Well, it was a low-scoring game, Lynn. It may end up in the 60s, but
well, when you play a game and a half, that helps. Actually, this will be, I guess, what would be considered 5 quarters. Huber makes the first shot. Now Huber with the second shot on the way, and it is good as well. 52-50. After missing 2, she comes back, nails those. 52-50. Lady Tigers need to get under 10 seconds with a 4-point lead this time.
Yes, exactly right.
Looks like someone's camping in the lane a little bit. Like to see them call that 3-second again. Oh, now. Now the Lady Tigers with an opportunity to go up by 4 points. Need to be protective of the ball, be smart with the shot. Now she gets the ball out to Huber. Huber drives, feeds to Robinson, yes! And Callie Robinson with another basket inside, 54-50, 2:38 to go. See, the last time they jumped up 4 points early on in the overtime. This time, Lady Tigers do. I thought she was going to go for 3. Pulls up. And now Peterman calls again a charge, this time in favor.
Excellent job by Justina stepping in and taking a charge. And, man, she took that was quite a collision there. And Justine's she kind of went out earlier in the ballgame with a bad back, and she's kind of favoring it right now.
She's hurting.
Froud looking.
And he doesn't. He's looking at the bench, and there's Abby.
Yeah,
Abby Smith.
Abby's got a towel wrapped around her knees, so it doesn't look like she may be coming in.
And Coach Froud's looking at his bench. He's got two sophomores. He's got two sophomores in Cecilia.
Yeah.
Martinez on the bench. And there comes Huber. She gets it out to Fitz, and now down to 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go, second overtime. Lady Tigers have been drawn in overtime twice by Bailey Cameron, who has nailed 2 threes at virtually the buzzer both times. And now there is another foul. We've been in double bonus for a while. They got to be up to about 13, 14 fouls.
Maybe 15, yeah. Lady Tigers still with only 6 fouls. Trying to think how many minutes, 22-plus minutes, only 6 fouls for the Lady Tigers. So good job. Beeks has played with 4 fouls for a long time. Colchin's played with 4 fouls for a while.
Robinson with that's big, and Robinson has played big. She's made some shots inside. Now the chance, makes the second free throw, 56-50. And now Lady Tigers play a little D. Don't give up the 3.
Yeah, with a 6-point lead, you'd like to think that's a little bit of daylight, but the way Siloam's kind of shot the threes here lately, that's just a 2-possession game, so we've got to continue to do a good job on the defensive end.
And Macy and Lacey have played with 4 fouls for most of these 2 overtimes. And now that's going to be Callie Robinson. She's going to send her line for a 1-and-1. 1:32 to go. Try to help on the backside. Now Bailey Cameron, she has been the star here in overtime, or into regulation and overtime.
Well, she's definitely been solid from behind the 3-point line. Let's see if she can do it from the free throw line. How about that, Lynn? She hits and get the free throw to go.
Yeah. Okay, we're down to 1:13 to go. Lady Tigers 56-50 in the second overtime, and now nice smart play. Robinson's going to get called for foul. Ooh.
Justine is really hurting Lynn.
Coach Froud.
I could hear what he said.
Yep.
Lynn. We're about 100 feet away from him.
Well, that's one thing I like about Coach Froud. He's always coaching. He's
There won't be a question of what did he say right there.
No. Under a minute to go now, and with that shot, she may have should have taken that 3. There's a 3-pointer on the way. No good. Justine had the rebound. Now Miller fights for it. Ball comes out. Bailey Cameron ends up with it. 43 seconds to go here. Second overtime. Lady Tigers 56-50. Gets it inside. Huber. And a nice play. Bailey Cameron. She has just been solid. Absolutely solid.
Got her at about 15 points tonight, Lynn. She's had a good game, hit some clutch shots, and that was a good layup there.
Unbelievable.
4-point lead, but we've got the ball. That works in our favor. Previous times we've had a 3 or 4-point lead, and they've had the ball, so it's good for us to have the ball, possess the ball. You got to deal with full court pressure here. We're shooting free throws the rest of the way, but, man, Justine is really hurting over there.
Well, let me ask you this, Derek. What do you do with regards to if you're Siloam, when do you foul? I mean, you got 33 seconds.
I foul. I take the chance in the backcourt for a steal. If you don't get it, as soon as they cross half court, I'm going to
got to do it.
Foul. Yeah. And they may gamble a little bit. You really can't afford to take that much more time.
Maybe down to 20 seconds.
But then you've got to make a move when you're down 2 possessions. time is against you right there. So, and I've seen coaches also, they give an immediate foul sometimes. It's just a different philosophy. I think I'd probably go for a steal really aggressively. If they get called for a foul, you get called for a foul. But you got to take a risk here now when you're down 4 points with 33 seconds left.
Oh, and they just throw it long, and there's Whitney Fitz. She's going to take it all the way to the hole. And good! And the foul!
Great
That
finish
might do
right
it.
there. That might put the nail in the coffin there.
Nice quarterback play there by Beeks.
Great throw there by Beeks, and that was just a called play right there. The girls lined up the way we had lined up earlier against
where we usually take off and then come back. And this time there was none of that.
Great adjustment there.
Misses the – and now and again, there's no question about what Coach Froud's saying over there. What did I tell you? Don't foul. And with 29.2, there is a foul. And that's her 5th foul. That is her 5th foul. And with Abby Smith hurting, here comes into the game Ariana Mitchell is going to come in for Macy Colchin. And Ariana getting her first high school opportunity to play. Actually, I take that back. I actually think she may have played last year in
I think she did in
one of the postseason games.
I think you're right.
Coach Froud got a lot of the freshmen in one of those games.
Yeah.
Shot on the way, no good. Huber with the rebound. And now not a lot of time. And a foul, this time on Miller, 22.5 seconds. Huber with making one of these right here would do it. Then you could just kind of back off.
Yeah, 3-possession game with just one of these made shots here from Justine. She hit her last 2.
Coach Froud's going to make sure they don't foul this time.
Yeah,
He's got them back. Huber makes the first, 59-52. You said we might hit 60 with this. Huber would do it, 59-52. 22.5 seconds to go in second overtime. Lady Tigers, that one's going to be short.
You jinxed her, Lynn.
Yeah. And now here's a shot by Miller. 3-pointer on the way. No good. Rebound, Huber. Huber's going to get it out to Fitz. Over to Beeks.
Slow down.
And Beeks goes out of bounds. And now Coach Froud just telling him to move back. Well, Derek, we had an exciting first home opener, first game of the season.
A game and a half. I mean, got some extra minutes there. Coach Froud got some extra conditioning in for his players. And got the win.
And lost his voice in the process.
Definitely lost his voice. Yeah, it's gone.
Shot on the way. That's going to do it. The final score in double overtime. The Prairie Grove Lady Tigers 59, Siloam Springs Lady Panthers 52. Well, we're going to leave you here. Before we do, hang with us. Let's go through some stats. And then while the boys warm up, we'll have the cameras out. We'll take a break. You'll have the camera out. 59-52, double overtime. A lot of great plays tonight. Lacey Beeks, Callie Robinson, Justine Huber hobbling off, Abby Smith hobbling off, Whitney Fitz, all of them played fantastic. Macy Colchin, who got very aggressive to get us back.
Yeah, they really did. I mean, that was a gut check time. I mean, when the other team shows that resiliency, hits those 2 big threes at the end of the regulation and then the end of the first time, sometimes you don't ever recover from shots like that. Our girls did a great job of just finding it within themselves to keep making plays, keep battling, and with just 6 players basically the entire game, great job for the Lady Tigers. It wasn't as well executed, I know, as Coach Froud would want, but first game of the season, you're going to expect things like that. You're never going to have it work perfectly in the first game. So he can build on this game. When you win and it seems like you can coach your players better after wins because they're more receptive they're more coachable at that point, and there's a lot of things that Coach Froud's going to be able to take from this game and work on the rest of the week in practice and prepare themselves for the next game.
Well, Derek, we're getting close here to be able to do some stats. Just stay with us. If you're watching, just stay with us a little while. We're reset a few things, but we're going to go through some stats. All right, Derek, if you could go through some stats real quick.
Okay, I'll hit the Siloam Springs Lady Panthers first. Looks like number 13, Morgan Miller, led them with 16 points. Bailey Cameron had 14 points, and then the other scorer in double figures was Bailey Owen. She ended up with 11 points. So really, Lynn, 3 girls for their team had 41 of their 52 points. So it came from those 3 girls. And for the Lady Tigers, Whitney Fitz led the way. 18 big points for Whitney, including those 3 big three-point baskets that she hit. Lacey Beeks with 15 points. Macy with 8. Justine with 7 points. Callie Robinson with 6 points off the bench, but a ton of big-time rebounds for Callie in the ball game. And then Abby had 3 points. Macy Colchin again with 8 points. And she's scoring overall for the Lady Tigers, but the 18 and the 15 from Fitz and Beeks really helped us push us over the edge and be able to win that game in double overtime.
Well, before we sign off for the girls' game, we'll come back. We'll tell you about 8 or 9 minutes. We'll be back with you for the boys' game. I would say the critical change in the first overtime was when Colchin went hard at the hole, then went hard with 4 fouls and was able to get the turnover, and that seemed to turn the tide into Prairie Grove's favor.
That was a big play. With 4 fouls, she was able to knock the ball away from the Siloam player and out-hustle her to get it with just pure speed and hustle there and take it the other way. I don't remember if she finished the back. Did she get fouled there?
No, she just, yeah.
But it was a great play, a great defensive play, and good effort. Good all-around team win for the Lady Tigers.
All right, well, we're going to sign off for you'll be on the air, but Derek and I are going to take a quick break. Be back with you in about 7 or 8 minutes, and we'll start the boys' game.